Hello ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to Planet Crafters with myself, Oswald Lyric Vivida. This is episode 8, the desert area and crash ship. So, because we are going back into another area, I'm just going to grab... cool. I believe it's only one of them. The rest is titanium and silicon. So the only thing I've extended in my base so far is just the sulfur container, which I've added, and that's about it. And I've just been storing more stuff, so obviously I've got more for resources. I've named everything now as well, apart from a couple of them which I've just named now. The rest of them are all named, and then from here on I'd use like iridium, uranium, superalloy, etc. So yeah, pretty much done everything we need to do. Personally, I believe, yeah, got the compass. T4, okay, can't do T4, that's fine by me, and yep, can't do that either, so that's fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to fly over to this desert area over here. It's what I call the desert area. It's got a massive crash ship inside, so there is a lot of rooms and resources to collect along the way. It's one of our final, well, near enough final places to go to. We've only got the canyon after that, and then the desert dune, which is on the opposite side of the map, and then we're going to explore the Osmian caves by that point. We may do that next episode, I'm just not sure when it opens up. Once it's fully opened and I'm able to go in there, I'll head inside, and we might have to explore the sulfur cave as well at some point. So there's plenty to do between now and 50 MTI. This is why I've kept the numbers very short, so I can clear this area, clear the landing site area, and then I can build a massive base. Also stockpile on resources. I can't hence repeat it enough that you stockpile on resources. So we're going to head into the desert area, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to this sand mound over here. I'm going to come over the top of it, and as we're flying over, we're going to come to a rock face, and just by that rock face down here we're going to find a ladder. We're going to climb down said ladder, turn on our flash torch, and over on the table we're going to find a seed and a box. We're going to climb up the top, and then we're going to go over to the crash ship where we're going to set up our drop point. We're not going to go inside the ship just yet. We're going to explore this area and collect a few things along the way. Once done, then we'll head inside. There are a few boxes that we can collect on the way, so we may as well do those first before heading inside. So just going to build that there, and then on top of that we want a beacon where we just want to put that up, and I'm going to call this one crashed ship. And there we have it. And then hopefully, nope. So I'm going to have to look for some iron. Good thing is I know where it all is. Seems mad really that I still know this game as well as I do when I've taken a year break from it. And then we'll throw all this inside. And then we're going to head back to that little area that we were before, which is over here. and we're going to collect the rest of the resources that are inside, get rid of the storage container, and then we're going to fly to the next location. And head back up. Right, so from here we want to fly to the back end of the crash ship. Because inside, or underneath shall I say, we're going to find a blue container. And then I'm going to fly to the front of the ship. And then from there we're going to take this route up here. So we're going to fly away from the ship straight away, almost heading towards the labyrinth, and as we come over we're going to find a blue box on top of this hill. Open it up, collect what's inside, and then we're going to fly back towards our base, and just over by this rock face over here where my pointer's clicking, we'll find another blue box. So we're going to collect that right down here. Actually, we'll take a better picture. Let's have a look. There we go. It's only one iron. And if you find any iron inside any of these, just pull it out. We're going to turn them into storage boxes. Why not? And then just refill that. So from here, rather than heading straight into the crash ship, we're going to come back to the side of the ship. We're then going to fly up the top of the ship here, around the corner, and then we're going to fly up, and inside you'll see a broken window. So if we look up, you'll see a broken window like so. If we use the jetpack to get inside, come around the corner, climb down the stairs, and in this room here you'll find a locker. Take a picture of that as well, just to be on the safe side, so you can add it to the guide. Then from there we're going to come around and empty out in our resource drop point again, and then we're going to head inside the ship. And with the extra iron, I'm just going to create another storage box. Okay, that was weird. And then I'm going to head straight into the ship. Straight up the stairs. Instead of taking a right, we're going to take the left route. And then we're going to go down this ladder, turn round, and head towards this back wall here. from here we're going to walk forward, and we're going to basically head straight forward and head down the back. Now you'll need your flash torch on, and you'll find that there are stuff on the floor, so just make sure you look out for it. Head down the back, and in here again, a shelf full of stuff, so make sure you pick it up. Turn back round, head to the back, and pick up the items inside the chest. And back outside again, and drop off anything that you've collected along the way. You are going to collect a absolute massive ton of seeds inside here, so bear that in mind, because hey ho, we're going to need them. We're then gonna turn back round a second, gonna look for some food. Don't need water, just need food. There we go. Just top up the food a second, and then head back inside. It's not like we haven't got enough space food to use on this venture. Come back to the same area, delete the box. We're going to come back down this hallway, and then we're going to take the right route. And straight down the hallway, looking in all the cupboards, get rid of the debris, taking the microchip, and then back out. Now you are going to need all the storage containers you can get here, because there's a lot to collect. Back in, back downstairs. And that's it, done. So this area is now complete. We're going to head back up the top, and this time we're going to venture down the right path. Walking down, first thing you're going to come across is the computers, debris or debris. Now this way is a door that will unlock when you use a fusion cell further down the line. So get rid of the debris. And then we're going to press forward here, get rid of the debris, pick up seed, and head back outside. We're then going to turn down this path, and in this room here you'll find seeds, more seeds, and a box. Turn back round, head up the ladder. You'll see a hatch here and a hatch here. When you use the fusion cell, those two rooms will open up. So we're going to walk in, grab that. And then we're going to have to come back outside again. How annoying. Now, wouldn't it be a really annoying thing if you had to keep flying backwards and forwards to your base? Not a very good thing, but either way you're still going to have to do that anyway. But could you imagine just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? It'd be a bit of a pain, wouldn't it? Right, now next to that, just to the side, you're going to see this wall here. Deconstruct it, walk inside, and you'll see 3 hidden chests. Collect the items inside and head back out. And unfortunately we're going to have to go back in because there's more stuff to take. But now you've got plenty of seeds to make food out of, so we should be all good to go. We're going to come back out, back downstairs and out of the ship. That's this ship done for now. There's nothing else we can do. So we're going to put everything away, and then what we're going to do again, we're going to be very selective on what we bring back. So we're really looking for things that we need which are just unlocks, so we grab them first before we do anything else. We'll bring back the bioplastic nuggets and then any seeds that we can find, and then we're going to fly home. I'm back inside. So since we haven't got anywhere to put the bioplastic nuggets for now, they can go inside there, and then we'll put all of our eggplants away and stuff. And I'm going to top up with food while we're on the subject, and then I'm going to get my phone out. I'm going to write down all of the unlocks. There we go. And I think that's about it. So what we want to do now is just go back and forth, bringing all of that stuff back to base, and just basically bringing it home, which is going to take a bit of a while considering how many boxes there are, but it's well worth it. So and what we'll do for the time being, we'll just keep those in there for now, but we'll keep an eye on it. All you need to do really is just keep basically bringing stuff back. I don't see the point of showing you that in between, and I don't really need to build anything in between now and the next episode. I'm not making any upgrades in this one. I just don't see the point. I'm quite happy where my terraforming is so far, and I don't particularly need to increase anything of value. Well, I don't particularly want to, but you can if you really want to. If you are going to, I'd suggest just more heat, more pressure, more oxygen, but to be fair, you don't really need to. There's 2 other areas to do, and if you are following with me, it's going to take probably half an hour to an hour to clear the build site area of resources, and about an hour and a half to do the landing zone area of resources. So it's ideal to, you don't have to. I do it because it's lots of resources and it's lots of ice that we don't particularly have, that, you know, eventually we're not going to have any ice on the map to pick up. So it's handy to have ice, because if you ever need ice for something and you haven't got any, you'll have to reverse engineer it with a recycling machine. So it's just handy to have boxes of it as well, just to be on the safe side if you ever need to make something just to top something up. Other than that, it's your choice. I'm going to stockpile on stuff. You just don't have to. But anyway, I'll see you in the next. Ciao.